A pity I don't have time to properly explore this cavern. It seems to hold its own mysteries.
Hello everyone, and welcome back to Fableheim and the Memescendence and Iratus, Lord of the Dead. We resume. Actually, where we left things off last time. I have been sitting here for a solid 15 minutes thinking of how the Memescendence will continue. And I have a great plan. We're going to, I can't enact the plan yet, though. So
One more for the stockpiles.
you'll see it soon. The reason being that we are on our way to a boss that I don't like. And that's about it. I actually think that the Pyromancer, the 4th floor boss, is the hardest boss in the game. I believe that pretty handedly. Which is funny, because you would think the last boss of the game would be the hardest, but nope. I think it's the 4th.
Soon this world will be mine.
Hey, revealed secrets too. What's the button again? There it is. 250 enemies in the catacombs. Beautiful. Marvelous. Now there's one item I really want for my meme idea, and that is the vampire fangs. Show me the vamp fangs. Not the vamp fangs, but we have the wizard bones here, reduces magic damage received by 40%, but increases physical damage received by 40%. I think these are terrible, awful, never pick them. The Coward's Foot. The minion performs an additional action in round 1. This is a very peculiar item. And one of the examples I received for using it was something like the Headhunter. Turn 1, you set up a trap. Your extra turn, the trap goes off and then you kill them. An interesting thought. I don't know if it's worth an inventory or an item slot, because there are only 2 every minion has, but whatever. It has its niche uses. And the Drop of Divinity. Increases all damage dealt by 15%, reduces all damage received by 15%.
Toss it with the rest.
The Drop is probably the strongest item in the game, I think. I think it is. It's uber good. And so yeah. We'll march on. I think we're going to go to the right here, do these 2 battles, grab the fountain, and then kill the pyro. And I kind of want to do my meme plan against the pyro. I don't know if that's wise, but I guess we'll see. Also, I'm sorry, I can't remember who pointed this out, but someone pointed out a great point. I've mentioned that the Blade Mistress was a horrifying enemy, and one of the reasons is because she has her execution stance and can do a lot of damage, but the reason she does a lot of damage is because of her feature. Attacks ignore resistance. Yeah, that sucks. So that is why I believe that she is a priority target.
This is my kind of entertainment.
Off with their heads. Also, it was pointed out that if we had selected... If we had selected... I'm going to have to dispel that. The Ire talent, which reduces the cost of wrath abilities by 10%, I would be able to basically turn 1, turn 2, spam both of these. And that's correct. However, that would be 4 points I can't put towards my my achievement. So, my bad. Well, basically, if you're doing this, that's what you should do. Don't go for the increased generation of wrath. You should do what they recommended. Give me that part. Wow. That was a terrible redirect for us.
This never gets old.
Oh well. Alright, we have one more enemy to try and find the right item. The item I'm looking for. Obviously, you can see... I don't know why I couldn't click that. You can see that we're pretty much just rolling through the game, stomping everything, laughing, having a grand old time. And that's going to stop on the 5th floor, because we're here to meme. We're not here to ride the game to completion. I've completed the game before. We've all seen it. We've all been there. So, you know, we'll begin the meme soon. I have 2 characters to introduce, but we'll introduce them when the time is right. We'll just keep farming parts, killing them. I might even do some gambling before next episode. Wouldn't that be fun? Now, I think I should kill the Conjuress.
So, this is what 1,000 years of evolution looks like?
I'll be
Pathetic.
responsible. For once. Lol. I'd ask, how did you miss? But... really? It's not that hard to miss when you have, like, 60% accuracy. I killed him because he's a threat. Literally no other reason. Is this the... yeah, all blocks and wards. Okay. We'll peel off his blocks and wards. We'll kill the lady with the profitable bounty. And we'll all move on. With our lives. See, isn't this nice and easy? Actually, I wonder how they would do against the Pyromancer.
If this keeps up, I'll be done purging the world.
The main reason
of schedule.
that I'm not bringing them to the Pyromancer is because this... why is it... I thought there was a warning here. If this attack kills an enemy, Iratus gains +1 additional part after the victory. I think there's a stipulation where this doesn't count on summoned minions. Is that true? Well, anyway. We're here at the Pyromancer's house. Dun 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 dun. Now, the Pyromancer, if you've never fought her before, she is very much like the Inventor, where you want ad control. You want to be killing her little summoned creatures as quickly as possible, really. So, I'm a-thinking we bring the A-team. Does not trigger when killing us. Yeah, so the Spirit Spear is not worth anything here.
Finally, this item finds its way into my capable hands.
And Nom Nom can't eat anything here, except for the boss herself, which is kind of annoying. We can't stun the boss, so I'm not going to bring the Crush Dagger. Let me just go like this. Because Thimblebeata will be able to deal some damage. You know what? I should give you something. The Glutton's Tongue on Nom Nom makes sense, doesn't it? You've served me well, Nom Nom. I'll give her one of the Sadist Hands, because we have 2 of them. And we'll just take this into battle, shall we? We can begin with a hunt. You know what? Let's dynamite them.
My undead features, no?
Just throw a stick of dynamite at him. So once we reach the next floor, we'll assess the situation, and then we'll begin. Actually, we may not even put together the meme team this episode. Because next floor, I actually want to do some stress shenanigans, since we haven't been able to do it this entire freaking floor. So, yeah. Also, to achieve maximum spell power potential, I'm going to go here, to Calcination Mastery, which grants Iratus 15 spell power for 1 battle after using Calcination. 15 isn't much, but each point of spell power, you know, plays a role. So here we go. We'll take our team here, König, Nom Nom Thimblebeata, and the ever-living Mumra, into battle. It is worth noting that the Pyromancer and all of her little individuals are immune to fire, which is kind of making me change my mind. Who would I bring, though, if I didn't bring König? Quelaag? Would Quelaag be helpful here? Ooh, yes, she would. We'll bring Quelaag. She's been chilling for a while. Chilling out, maxing, relaxing. Oh, cool. I guess I want luck. Sure, I've never leveled luck on a spider before. But here we go. Quelaag is going to carry the day. Because we're just going to be spamming the debuff on her, really. Having a reputation for being dangerous and unstable, fire mages are usually kept far away from civilization, lest you be faced with 1 or 2 citywide firestorms. The pyromancer was responsible for one such fire, before she was handed over to the mage school as a young girl. Even there, she proved to be more than a handful, and earned the enmity of all of her teachers. She has since finished mastering her powers while working as a mercenary, in a company that was brave enough to let her tag along. The pyromancer doesn't hold back, and everyone knows it. Things must be getting desperate if this fire-eyed spellcaster was hired to join the fight. Desperate, yes. That is what I would call it. So, here we are. First encounter with the 4th boss. Hopefully, this is our only encounter with her. And, here we go. So she has 3 fire elementals at the start. They are all summoned creatures, so she can resummon them, and she will, annoyingly. Their little trick is that, as constructs, they are immune to stress attacks and ignition, they don't escape, and they explode after 2 turns, dealing 120% true damage, which means it can't be mitigated, and interrupting stances, and increasing the damage you receive for the rest of combat. I'm not sure why that's not listed here. So that's when the summoning ends, so in 2 turns from now, they'll all go boom. And that's something you want to try to avoid. And I said it couldn't be mitigated, but I think it can be blocked by wards. I'm pretty sure. The pyromancer herself does not escape. Attacks that ignite don't deal damage to the pyromancer because she's the pyromancer. And she, herself, does a lot of ignition. Who would have thunk? I have my glove, right? Yes. Let's see, how much damage does this do? Beautiful. This can be super easy then. Bippity, bobbity, zap.
Maybe I'll craft this one into furniture.
Aww. Well, we'll just buff Fimbulveta, and he will do the honors. You're gonna wait as well. Let the pyromancer go first. Set me on fire, will you? Actually, I'm not able to eat that. Annoying.
Being born was your first mistake. Opposing me?
Well,
Your last.
if Nom Nom ever comes into any danger... She can always just devour the food that she has. Nom Nom is actually not very useful here. At least not until the buffs start. Oh, rollin'. We probably won't be
Your frail bodies fail you.
using Wrath on anything other than Fimbulveta's thing. It's also kind of important. Ooh, just kidding. Nom Nom's very useful here. It's kind of important not to have ignition stacks up because she can summon a shield onto herself. And the shield is generated by how many ignition stacks are up. So if I was being super serial right now, I would be removing this, but I'm not, because I want to Reign of Gore. Oh, there it is. This is gonna hurt. For the memes, though. We did it.
Mop up the gore. I'd hate to see plants using it as fertilizer.
That was a 375 crit right at the end, and she took damage for it. But we got the Humanoid token for her elementals, and for her, we got a Broken Orb. The minion receives +1 block and +1 ward when an ally dies. And the Rune of Winter. We already have one of these. But it gives the Unfrozen 1 initiative at the start of each turn until the battle ends, stacking up to 6 times. Remember, the Unfrozen gets bonus damage. I think it's 5% additional damage for each point of initiative it has more so than the enemy. And a mana source. Iratus recovers 10 mana each turn. My favorite item to use against bosses are really challenging fights. Good job, Nom Nom. I'm so proud of you. You did a great job. Fimbulveta. Actually, hasn't Fimbulveta been here for every single one of my Pyromancer kills? He's just so reliable against all those little flaming elementals. It really makes sense too, doesn't it? Luck. Quilog, it was nice to see you again. It's been a while. It has. It really has. Alright. So with that, luck.
The formulae reveal their secrets.
We're getting there. 169. Nice. Actually, can I build something with this? I can. I need another Blood Phantasm. To sacrifice to the mortuary.
Angry? Good. I will use that against my enemies.
Would you like to kill me? I would. What did he say? I sure would. I know you would. I can feel your anger. Alright. With that, the catacombs are complete. We didn't get to do a lot of stress or magical stuff here, but we got to double farm it up. We probably won't be seeing much of the horseless, headless headtaker or farmbot on this next floor, so I hope that you got your fill. And with that, let's move on to the cathedral, the final bastion of humanity. The cathedral is the heart of the Order's power. From here, the Grand Magister commands his fanatical forces and enjoys total dominion over the surrounding lands. Usually, one might only hear whispers in the hollowed corridors, but now they are filled with the sounds of blades being drawn and armored boots hitting stone. Dim moonlight pours in through the high windows as an unearthly battle cry bellows forth from the decaying throats of your minions. It is time to finish this war. You have clawed yourself up from the bowels of the earth, and you will not let a bunch of priests and paladins stand in your way. Your undead may be vulnerable to their holy powers, but superior strategy and numbers will see you to victory, and finally establish your eternal kingdom upon this earth. Dun da da da! Final floor. Now, there are quite a few annoying enemies and traits that the final floor possesses. Speaking of annoying enemies. But one thing worth noting, I suppose, is that we can now whip out the Stress Damahe. Now, the Paladins, which are the hooded folks here, do kind of counter stress damage. How do I want to do this? On the final floor, coffins are a bit more valuable than they were in the past. An unholy water would be great. Why are all the cultists on this side? It's like, what? What would we even want from a cultist? I don't know. We haven't seen it in a while, so let's whip out the stress team.
The pocket of resistance, the more bodies for me to harvest.
Quilog, Fimbulveta, Mumra. Alright, so let's take out our friends. Oh no, Mumra comes here. So I actually do want to see... Sorry, Kierovets. I would like to see... We have too many things. I would like to see what a Dark Knight looks like in this final position at full power. At maximum strength. So we're going to do that. That'll probably be our testing for today. So we're going to create a soul gem. This increases stress damage dealt by 10%.
Ah, the smell of successful alchemy.
We haven't done a whole lot of crafting there. We'll give him a respectable brain, like this 25 brain. It's respectable. I guess we'll do Ravenous. That's fine. It doesn't really matter. Same thing here. We'll grab Luck. We want No Tomorrow.
Serve me well, my minion.
Dark Cleaning for more dread. We want the Faceless, I guess, for more dread. And Evasion, sure, whatever. And then we maxed out dread. 32 to 34 by default. That's not terrible. 2 accuracy, as usual. Let's bring your vigor over 100. Let's grab some luck. Good, 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 good. Do I even want to give him some? No. We maxed dread. That was the important bit. Do you have any items that we can give to him, perhaps, that would improve this? Question mark? Nah, not really. I mean, we could give him the heart. Sure. Kirvets has a heart, right? Yeah. I don't know, Kirvets. Do you have a heart? We'll give him the heart. Sure, why not? Does he get a name? Oh, yes, of course he does. Duh. Courtesy of Solus. Thank you, Solus. Who also wanted to see this science happen. So, this is in your honor. And to save my curiosity, Falric was one of the Death Knights that served Arthas, the Lich King. And he's actually one of the bosses in the Halls of Reflection, which was a dungeon during the Wrath of the Lich King expansion, and holy crap, was it terrible. Well, it was actually a pretty good dungeon, but people were terrible. I still have nightmares from that place sometimes. Actually, I have nightmares from a lot of the Lich King content. But anyway, here we go. Just in case you are newly joining us or have forgotten, don't worry, I have a goldfish memory myself. We have Amenhotep III Nakreen, the dragon mummy priest, the ever-living Mumra, who is actually our murder mummy but is here, and Falric, newly created to test the full potential of the stanced Death Knight, Dark Knight. Now, the concern here is that deals 200% damage to any minion that deals targeted stress damage to an ally. Now, I'm actually very curious about something. It says targeted stress damage. The beam is technically not targeted. Yeah? So what we're going to do here is we're going to do some experimenting. Amenhotep. If this doesn't trigger it, we're good. If it does... question mark.
You will soon embrace your new existence.
It doesn't trigger it. Oh, we're good. We're golden. Get wrecked. He's still missing the champion, even with... Don't you have 124? But anyway, he's doing a lot of damage. Like, it's respectable how much damage he's doing. Oh, I didn't equip the Shackles of War. Oh, I didn't equip the Spirit Spear either. I'm terrible. Oh well. I can't really use targeted stress damage because I don't want to... There he goes. I was like, wait, why are you low on health?
Give them no mercy.
Goodbye. Now we can do targeted stress damage. Well, Mumra can't, because Mumra... Oh, you can do that. Sure. Ooh. Is this? Ooh. It's a lot of Damahe. Increases the maximum amount of vigor. Receives blocking. Okay, that's fine. Do we do some targeted damage now? Sure. Let's do some targeted damage, shall we? We'll just burn this guy down. So, yeah, Falric is strong. I don't know why I'm surprised. Ow. Falric is also missing, which is a little disappointing. I didn't quite expect that, honestly. I expected him to hit, but I guess the champions do have 41% evasion, right? So...
One less annoyance in the world.
Boom. That's actually just insane that neither of those attack count as targeted stress damage. Like, what? What do I want? Oh, this. Not that. Not that. Where is it? I have too many items. That. Minions gain... No, we need the shackles. We need the shackles. I don't think I've ever had enough items that I can scroll down. That's kind of new to me. But we are going to the right here, which allows us to gain experience for Iratus. Boom. Free level. We're now very close to getting the calcination bonus, and we can sacrifice a Black Widow to the mortuary to maximize the power graveyard. Beautiful. We now have tier 4 everything.
Unholy masonry.
Beautiful. Oh, I don't have someone here. Who needs to be here? I don't know, actually. We'll put Farmbot here. I don't think we're going to be seeing Farmbot, but just in case. Just in case. This is going to be hilarious when we're fighting double Paladins and neither of their stances work. Although, admittedly, this group composition works better when there are 4 enemies. Because then they get to heal more. Now, I don't have Infectious Lunacy.
Carve open their husks.
Which would be something with this composition. Panic. Cowardice. And what was that? Oh no, it's all remaining strength. Glad I have this armor. It's not doing you much good, bro. I don't know if you knew that. What's this debuff? Exile. Stun. Love. They're basically just killing themselves. Because whenever they hit the mummies, it reduces their luck. So that counts as a debuff to trigger Falric
Become
stance.
part of the breathless tide.
Also, the Paladins, whenever an ally dies, take reduced damage. But it doesn't matter.
Sad display for mortal kind.
If they aren't taking damage. This is fun. So I don't think I need an artifact. We're pretty solid on our artifacts. Ooh, the first test, a priestess. A priestess. What are we gonna do against a priestess? I don't know. The priestess does like full heals people, right? The knight deals more damage when he gets hit. Something.
Shatter their morale.
That sounds close to right. 50% chance to redirect. Blah blah blah. To attack until battle ends each time the knight receives damage. Oh. Of all the things it could have been. Ah well. He looks very dead. This guy might even be dead. Yes. Become. Apply the debuffs. Become dead. Actually, if I... Where is it? If I give them a debuff, does that trigger... I haven't used this in a while. Let's try it. There's no benefit. Okay.
Say hello to my burning friend.
Get wrecked. Now, it's worth noting that that's pretty expensive for me to do.
Extinction of life.
But that doesn't make it any less funnier. You know?
Ah, your frail bodies fail you.
Set me on fire, see what happens. I was gonna say don't kill her so I could heal again, but that's fine. Ooh, all minions gain +6 attack. We have the dread version of that, and now the attack version of that. Wow. Yeah, so we're sitting at 130 accuracy with most of them. Okay, only one of them. I lied. So we should probably invest in accuracy here. Have this. It's just sitting here. Boom. Good job, Felric. Well, I don't need these. I kind of wish there was something I could put my Digger Souls towards, you know? Just dump it somewhere. Calcination Mastery.
The will becomes free.
Beautiful. Wait, what? I spent your points. I don't know what I would do with these points. Initiative, sure. The sooner that he enters his stance, the better for everyone involved, because even if the enemies are faster, they can still hit the mummies and trigger the debuffs. You know? I still can't get over the fact that this does not trigger the Paladin stance. Like, that is just mind-boggling to me.
Your frail body's failed.
If I had Infectious Lunacy, this would be actually just insane.
Rot their flesh and their soul.
Oh, speaking of how powerful this is, there was a patch, I think, but there weren't any notes available. It just said that my game version was out of date, which is fine. There's no like penalty for being out of date. It's just that if there were major changes, there could be bugs incurred by it. But because there was no patch notes, I think the only thing that happened was they were updating from the summer update, where like if you logged in, all the skins were free. I think the skins are now gone, and that's just the only change, maybe. I should still get healed even though I'm stunned. Yep. Beautiful. Mummies are so strong. It's so good. I think this is my new favorite build. Right here. You're looking at it. I wonder how strong, like, in the grand scheme of things, how powerful it is. Because we know it's good, right?
This will be your end.
That was 133 crit.
As your suffering ends, your service begins.
But is this, like, cheesy enough to survive Eternal Harvest 5? I don't know. And I know that it's slow going. Like, this is not something that you just throw in there and everyone's ready to win the game. We're going left. So, Coffin, show me what I want. Show it to me. There are things we need. Give it to me. Well, it kind of listened. The Funeral Coin increases critical damage dealt by 30%, reduces critical damage received by 30%. This is actually really strong. In our Eternal Harvest campaign, Nurgleth had this and the Nails of Pain at one point, stacking both of them, and it was actually insane when we force crit his multi-hit target thingy, or his multi-hit attack. It was bonkers. The Sacrificial Stone, the mini receives 100% vigor when an ally dies. Boo, but you get the picture. And one of the things we were looking for, the Unholy Water, increases Iratus' spell power by 18.
I'll take it as tribute.
It's basically a better Bane Aura. And I know exactly who's getting it. But not yet, because we have work to do. Before then. Actually, we're getting to the point where we don't have a whole lot of work left. I think I've decided that I'll introduce the characters like right before we end, and then I'll set them up for next time. Even though I really want a Fangs. That would make me very happy. I suppose I could modify the group to... My concern is I'm going to put a very squishy character in the front position. And I'm going to use the theory of the Warrior Bones, which reduces physical damage received by 40%, but increases magical damage received by 40%. The theory that that will be enough to help mitigate against the physical damage. And my hope is that between all the spell power buffs we have, I'll just be deleting people from the game. And I won't have to worry about the fact that my front line is uber squishy. That's kind of my hope. That's where I'm going with it. But if I had the fangs...
Brave are an excellent source of fresh corpses.
I could give that aforementioned uber squishy character survivability. You know?
Mine is the winning side.
If we don't find the fangs, I'll probably give them the drop of divinity to further reduce damage. We'll see. We'll see how it works. Experience. So we have this now. So all that's left is Scalpel Artist, which will cause an additional 1 part to drop after battle, and the Necromancy power. After using Distillation, all minions deal 10% more damage and receive 10% less damage for 1 battle. This used to not actually show if it was an effect or not, but in one of the more recent patches they did fix that. Ooh, an actual challenge. Our battle will be legendary! Probably. So here we have, for the first time, Inquisitor and Mercenary Captain. The Inquisitor is not that terrifying. She just does a lot of oddball things. Like that. That actually kind of hurt. The Mercenary Captain is the real threat here. And his huge debuff is this Douse and Tonic. Minus 16 luck, minus 16 accuracy, minus 24 attack, minus 24 dread, minus 16 evasion. I get to the point where you kind of want to just dispel that. Like, I might just dispel that.
End of magic.
Could also get rid of her ward. So it was 2 for 1.
Hope there will still be enough left to reanimate.
I was mostly upset about the minus 24 dread, if I'm being honest. Hitting for 40 dread on all of them multiple times per turn is just disgusting. This is turn 2. Look at this. We're on turn 2. Wow. You're lucky you didn't die there, Paladin.
That's gonna leave a mark.
Okay, well, less lucky, I suppose. Bye, Mercenary Captain. Yep. Winning on turn 2? Beautiful.
My will is a tide that will wash away your pathetic civilizations.
I've killed things pretty quickly in the past. I've seen some quick kills. I've done some quick kills. But killing everything by turn 2 is pretty impressive with some accuracy. Like, no matter how I look at it, that's pretty impressive. And look, everyone is still just full common parts. Except for, ignore that. That was for accuracy, not damage. Wow. Wow. Alright. Well, we have a few paths before us. How do we want to do it? And we're going to go for coffins. We're going to do a zigzag. We're going to zigzag the zigzag. Zig it up. Zig it, and then unzag it. Yeah, that's the plan. Do I have any consumables I want to use? Like, we have...
It embellishes my undead features.
We also have a bunch of stuff that we can... Let's gambling chip. Let's get more parts. Let's be uber greedy on a fight that we probably... This is actually going to be challenging. Let's drop this. The reason it's going to be challenging is because of one particular dude. I mean, besides the fact that we have some actually threatening things here. We saw how much damage the Inquisitor can do. The Mercenary Captain, I mentioned, potentially very dangerous. But this time, they have... Standard Bearer. Which is even more annoying, honestly. The reason is because the Standard Bearer, while the Standard Bearer is alive, his allies take 50% less stress damage. You may look at that and go, wow, did they actually just target stress damage? Yes. Yes, they did.
rot their flesh and their soul.
So how do you deal with it, you ask? It's actually very simple. Kill them. And I would kill them. Does this remove... Certain the priestess applies prayer salvation. The start of turn heals target for 200% attack amount and removes all buffs and gives... Removes all debuffs and gives +1 black +1 reward for each debuff. Great. I can actually stop that. Do I want to? It's actually pretty costly for me to stop that. Great. At the start? Let's see if it's actually the start of the turn or the start of her turn.
Will overflow.
So I can stop it if it's the start of her turn.
Monuments of murder.
I think it's the first time we've actually used that. See, it's useful. See, now this is kind of what I was expecting. Oh, you can't... Are you serious? This is... Mumra.
Ooh, hope there will still be enough left to reanimate.
I can actually pull him forward in a minute. I want to use Amenhotep. There we go. There we go. Hello. Hello, good sir. Would you like to discuss the future? If I live, I'm quitting this job. Well, sorry to spoil your thoughts of the future.
My kingdom comes.
Good sir. But that stipulation is a bit too much for your current circumstance. Beautiful. And that's how it's done. We beat the thing that specifically countered us because we're the best around. Bye-bye. Beautiful.
Another step towards my eternal kingdom.
We got another weird How many mandolins have I gotten? Critical hits by minions and enemies deal 30% more damage. That's like... Are you a gambling man? It's like you just play that song the entire time. Weird. The Martyr is Rags. The minion has a 100% chance to redirect an attack targeting an ally directly behind them to themselves. Again, I don't know who this would be good for. Like, you would kind of think Bone Golem? Because the Bone Golem can't redirect. But usually the Bone Golem's 2 items are his unique item and like armored plates or drop a divinity or something to reduce his damage taken significantly. Like that's why he's so durable. His unique item makes him super tanky and then you just throw another one on there. So I don't know about this item. I don't know. The Coward's Foot, we saw this earlier. The minion performs an additional action in round 1. Again, very niche item. There are some circumstances where it could be really good. But I still don't know if it's worth the slot. The Madman's Eyes. If the minion receives an additional... Wait, there's no if. The minion receives an additional action each turn if they're the only one left in the squad. This is a YOLO solo item. And one of the characters that benefit the most... I've actually tried this with a vampire, and it didn't work out super well. Probably just because it was a vampire. But the Headhunter was what was recommended to me after I tried and failed. Because if the Headhunter is lone, you can trap and then kill. Same turn. So, sure, I'll take it. I might as well.
Oh, for my future kingdom.
The thing worth noting for that is that if you put it on a YOLO solo character, whoever it is, one slot is taken by the Boiling Blood, the other slot will be taken by the Madman's Eye. So you can't use Fangs or Tongue like we're doing for additional damage or survivability, as twere. That's that for today. The stress team is good. I don't know who didn't think they were, but they're good. Next time, I will be concocting the Memescendence spell power builds. And to assist us with that, for maximum diversity, Incantation will return. He'll get a brain too, that's why I did throw him into the arena, because he's just getting a brain. And the squishy character that will be at the front line. Okay, we're back. I'm not sure what just happened. Iratus crashed, which is the first crash I've ever received, even when I was playing in early access. But anyway, the squishy character that'll be at the front line is Hastur, a new Lich. Now remember, Liches, because of their phylactery, traditionally, whenever I've made new ones after they've died, they've always received the same name. But Vecna was our Yellow Soul Lich. Hastur, name recommended by Iratus, is our group Lich. And as I mentioned, we'll be using the Warrior Bones to put him in the front line so that his shrapnel doesn't hit an ally. And of course, the reason he's here, I guess there's two reasons. He does a significant amount of damage, first and foremost. But also, his feature increases Iratus' spell power by 10, just a passive effect. And he can do damage to finish off things that we've zapped with spells. Pretty good. And Maka. Name recommended by Ricardo. Maka is referring to Irish folklore. And the Bride of Iratus is here for a similar reason as Incantation, in that to worship him, the self buff will grant Iratus plus 16 spell power for 3 turns, but additionally, she can do some damage and finish off things that are troublesome or annoying. And yeah, that'll be fun. And hopefully, obviously, we could just double shade again, now have both of them using plus 24 spell power, but that's not diversity. That's just relying on shades, which, I don't know, we might whip it out, we might not, depending on how, if Maka survives is the real question. But that's what awaits us next time. We'll be testing it on our first construct, actually. A Champion Inquisitor, Light Elemental, and Elite Paladin. I hope that you look forward to it. I will see you there. Thanks for watching. Thanks for being you. Bye-bye.